Okay, fine, we'll do the last bit. Rob,
Richard,
you know what to do.
I do.
And until you do it, nothing's gonna happen. Not a damn thing!
All right.
So do it.
All right, guys, the boys are here. They're in the building. They're very close. But they're not going to take the stage until you show them what Vegas is all about. They want to hear you whoop. They want to hear you rock.
Let's make this official. Good people of Las Vegas and the surrounding counties, please, a big welcome for Mr. Jensen and Jared Powell.
Hello, Las Vegas! I don't know what that accent was.
Is it Mark Shepard?
Hello, Las Vegas.
Pull the hammy.
You're getting too old for this.
Kidding.
I'm not too old for this. So Richard Spate, Chuck bless him, did us the wonderful favor of reminding us before we got on stage that this is the last ever Q&A we'll have while filming Supernatural.
Oh, come on!
Well, he gave it to me. I wanted to pass on the misery and sorrow.
Yeah, you're just dishing it out on them. That's basically.
Debbie Downer. We lost an hour of sunlight today. Or no, we gained an hour of sunlight. We lost an hour of sunlight.
We lost an hour of sleep.
See? How's the weekend going so far?
Great, that's right.
Until I came up and Debbie downed everybody. Thank y'all for coming out. It's been a long time. I think it's been the longest we've gone without seeing you guys. What was it? Yes. No? Okay.
Front row.
Yeah.
Yes.
True. But we're grateful.
Well, we've been busy shooting the final season. So after this time, we won't have that excuse anymore. Which is not good for us.
Not quite. Okay, well, without further ado...
Let's do. I like to do it. Let's do a little bit more.
Who wants to see him do?
I do.
I was going to tell you to, I don't.
Yeah, apparently I don't. All right. Well,
Let's go over here.
let's take some questions.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing good.
Good.
So I was going to ask you, since they're setting
I'm
up...
good too, thanks for asking. Are you sure? No, we're very volatile right now.
Well, I was going to ask you, since they're setting up for the pool tournament down the way, who would win at a pool tournament between you guys and your characters? Would anybody make it to the final round?
You mean a swimming pool? I do make big splashes. I do wonderful cannonballs. I think Sam would probably beat Jared.
Well, yeah, clearly the Winchesters they're written to be these, pool sharks that, that's how they would get money. That's how, there's a whole episode written about it recently. And he and I are both, we can play. We can hold our own and in a bar somewhere if we need to. But I don't think I'd want to try to hold my own against the Winchesters.
Yeah, I'm sure we'd win a few games, and then they would up the bet, and then we'd lose everything.
And then we lose everything. Sandbagging.
Yeah, but it would be fun. Thank you for your question.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Great.
So my question's for Jared.
Take a high tackles.
Found it.
I'm just wondering if you ever get frustrated how often Sam's trauma is played for comedy.
Oh, good question. I didn't used to, but now that you mention it. You know what? Do I get frustrated? I don't get frustrated, but Sam's trauma can sometimes be used for comedy. I kind of dig it because
And I love it.
He loves it. No, I kind of, and maybe even in real life, I've maybe been forced to confront the fact that the best thing you can do about shitty situations sometimes is to try and laugh at them and find the humor. I'm thinking of one story that I'm not going to share because it's probably inappropriate. Yeah.
I'll find out and tell you guys.
Yeah, some other time. You know the story. Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
Right.
I was forced to laugh at a crummy situation, and it helped me out in the long run. So I guess I'll stick to it. Thank you for your question.
Hey there.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm Heather, and I have a very important question to ask that extends to other families beyond the SPN family, and by that I mean football. So it's a two-part question. One, how many years do you think it will be before the Cowboys win a Super Bowl? It's only been 25 so far, so I'm sure it won't be much more than 25 or 30. And the second part was when...
You're a Raiders fan?
No.
Who do you watch?
Well, I was wondering if we play each other in the NFC Championship game.
But I don't know who you are.
How many points the Seahawks would win by?
Oh,
It's, it's tough though. It's tough to win championships these days without cheating.
trickery.
Hi, Jen. Hi.
We have some Patriots fans in the audience, so yeah, our eyes are looking at them.
Yes, that felt so good.
Yeah. I don't know. We now that we got rid of Romo, we have a better chance.
Got rid of Romo forever ago.
I know.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the new regime and the upper management situation with McCarthy coming in and seeing if he changes a whole bunch of things, seeing if we stick with the same O coordinator, which I think we should. But yeah, it'll be interesting. So I'm going to say three seasons before we're at the big dance. I'm not saying we will win, but I think we'll get the big dance in 3 years.
Boom. a childhood dream of mine kind of came true yesterday. I was at a sporting event 5 seats away from Michael Latham. So, yeah, I got to nerd out and take a picture with him. And I was like, I sent it to my dad, and he's like, hee. I think exactly like that, hee. He's like, why is the big guy laughing? But I am not a Seahawks hater. I really enjoy watching the Seahawks. All my kids were born in Seattle. And so I think I'm a sometime Seahawk fan. I think they're pretty classy. And, not that much of a fan. Listen, how about them Cowboys? But, yeah.
All right.
Thanks a bunch.
Hi there.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I want to thank you for the past 15 years of Supernatural. And my question for the both of you is, when's a reunion movie?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna say 2-3 seasons. I mean 3. Well, I don't know if this end of this season paints us into a box to do that. I'm kidding. We paint ourselves in the worst boxes. Always found a way out. Yeah, I don't know. I do know this. We're game.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always, since it was determined that the show was going to end at 327 episodes, I've liked to think of this as a see you later, not as a goodbye. So I don't know when that would be, but yeah, they have my phone number. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, Jared. Hi, Jensen. My question is, Carry On My Wayward Son, has become pretty much the anthem for the show and the SPN family. If the show had not been able to secure the rights for that song, what other song do you think could become the new anthem for the SPN family and the show?
I mean, I go here because this is probably my second favorite, or this is one of my top favorite music cues of the show, but Styx Renegade. It's fun. That having been said, I will forever associate Carry On My Wayward Son with Supernatural. Happily. And it's an honor and a pleasure to be able to meet the band and see them play it live. Pretty cool. Another one of the hee pinch me on nerding out moments. Yeah, so that's probably what I would say.
Kind of be ripping it from a movie, but I mean, I could probably come up with
Let It Go?
20. Yes. Yes. You get me. For some reason, Highway to the Danger Zone just came in about.
What about Playing with the Boys? We need a beach volleyball scene. No? You're gonna love the finale. Footloose? I can go all day.
What would you pick?
Oh God, I have no idea. Carry On My Wayward Son is just so perfect.
Yeah, it is pretty good. What would be your song for the weekend?
For the weekend?
How about You Can't Touch This? Too soon. Hey, for us too! We're getting phone calls left and right about South by. Anyways, mwah.
Hi guys. So since it is the final season and the brothers can sit down at a table and pick a last meal, what would it be?
Why did we get to do that? I didn't read that part. A last meal. I don't know.
Could it be a Las Vegas buffet? Of some of the blue stuff.
Some of the yellow.
Some of the yellow. Why'd you get your dome in there?
I think Sam, for better or worse, eats for fuel. So he'd probably just have some boring salad or something.
But you don't need fuel. This is it. This is it. Bye-bye. You need fuel for it.
I didn't say I need fuel, I said Sam needs fuel.
I know what I would have. I know what I'd have. In fact, I'm glad you asked. Because I took a picture of it the other day. And it was on the TV. And I was like, I need to try that.
You took a picture of that on your TV? What's wrong with you?
That's what's wrong with me. Look. It's KFC fried chicken in between two glazed donuts. I needed a new screensaver. My kids weren't cutting it anymore.
Does it come with a defibrillator, or is that?
Who cares? It's the last meal.
Yeah, because you ate it. It would be the last meal. It doesn't need to kill you.
I think that was part of the commercial too. It just said, last meal.
I love this idea.
I took a picture of it on my phone.
Yeah, here's, just so you know, here's probably how it happened. Jensen's probably on the phone to the owner's trailer, having a legitimate conversation.
No, I was at home.
No, I know.
I was with the kids. And I was like, shh, kids, quiet. And rewind that and look at that one more time.
So, Arrow, here, hold these knives. I'll be right back. Grabs the remote, rewinds it, pauses it, gets his phone, takes a picture. Yeah, that's impressive. I don't know if I've ever had a picture of donuts and KFC on my phone.
Well, then apparently that commercial did not hit you as well as it hit me. I sent that picture to Misha, and underneath it I just wrote, America. Damn right.
What would your last meal be? Oh, you can ask the question. You can dish it, but you can't take it?
You know now, don't you?
Pizza with pineapple.
That's brave. That's brave. I know. Me too. Yeah.
Can't put fruit on pizza!
Jensen, tomato is a fruit. Tomato is a
Toast
fruit.
little watermelon on there too while you're at it. Maybe some blueberries.
Tomato is a fruit.
Don't give me that crap. Somebody clearly made a mistake when they labeled that fruit. But pineapple should be outlawed. That's ridiculous.
See, now you pissed him off. Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
That's a very brave answer, because that's a
dividing line.
It's like a bomb.
Now I'm upset.
He's sneezing. Hey, look at the picture of the donuts and the chicken. What do you have? Wait a second. It gets like this sometimes. Okay, thank you. Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
Awesome. I have a question. So if you had a hall pass, either an outfit or black would you have it?
If I had a hall pass?
A hall pass.
Wait, I want to hear you ask the question. Will you say it one more time, please?
A hall pass.
Yes, that's not the question. I mean, I zoned out for a second. If we had a hall pass,
Dude, if you had a hall pass,
Who would it be?
who would it be?
Girl or boy?
Which hall? You've got drumsticks. I finally get an audible laugh from Norton, and he won't give me a rim. Stephen Norton.
Which one loses the eject button? It's the last one shot you ever get from me.
I heard the words coming out of my mouth before they did. My buddy who was with me in Vegas this weekend reminded me that when I met some of his friends, they'd invited me to a sports bar to watch the Cowboys play. And as I got there, the waitress came around to order, and for some reason I was like, I'll have double cheeseburger, easy on the cheesy, and as soon as I said it, like the table got quiet, and I was like, oh shit, I just said that, and everybody heard it. I've never said it before in my life, and easy on the cheesy. Luckily she walked away and they didn't mention it for about 10 seconds, and that's all they've mentioned ever since then. It's like, hey, easy on the cheesy. I'm like, yes. Hall Pass Griller Boy, he really wants to answer this question first.
I ain't touching that question, man. You're crazy.
I'll go with actress. Genevieve Pavlov.
Basically just giving up your hall pass, you're just gonna stay in homeroom.
I'm not going there. I'm not gonna, there are many ways to respond to that. I'm gonna leave that. Yeah, thank you.
That's a great question that won't be answered.
Who would be your hall pass?
If you had to pick one person on this stage,
Yeah!
so Boha,
My daughter is deep, so there you go. Oh, so she's 12.
Take her. Here's your question. Question?
Hi.
I don't know if I can follow that.
Please don't.
So, being on set, a lot of your moments are captured on film in some way. What moments weren't captured on film that you'd like to remember for the rest of your life?
That's a very, very interesting question. I mean, I have, I guess, thought about this, and I don't know, I've thought about this in some way, not specifically, but I kind of wish, and it's weird, at the same time, I really wish I had video, not evidence, because no one's denying it. I guess I have video of like Jen and I kind of meeting, getting to know each other. But then again, you know, you have like the rosy, hazy vision that kind of all the bad goes away when you look back in the past. So I probably wouldn't want to see how I behave like a video.
I could tell you I was there.
And I was like, that's in my head, I was super suave and cool. So maybe I'm relieved, but I think at this point in time, I'd like to see a lot of beginnings. Like I wish there was more. We say this to each other. We said this week on set. I wish the gag reels were hours long because there's hours of footage. And I find myself watching gag reels more often than I watch the show. down the YouTube rabbit hole. I'm like, okay, I have to wake up in 6 hours to go to work. I want to watch that gag reel. 2 hours later, I watched all the gag reels 3 times. But I wish, beginning of season 1, and, Misha's first, I wish we had evidence of Jensen and I talking about this new guy, Misha, that was hired. And Jensen's words, something to the effect of like, yeah, he's interesting. And we look over, he's like sitting on the back of the truck. Like, looks like a ferret.
It's him. I'll tell you, man, something's off.
We're like, yeah, I guess some of the earlier stuff.
We have a lot of fun filming this show. Moment to moment, we laugh a lot. We joke around, we kid. People ask us a lot, what's your favorite prank? And we don't really prank per se. It's not like these elaborate, thought out things. We're just constantly messing with each other and having fun and joking around and palling around and making goofs and even if it's something as old school as just pulling the chair out and to really over the top elaborate ones like trying to break Misha's nose with a pie and filling up his trailer, filling up his car with how much was it? It was enough change to fill up his car. But I guess my point is, the gag reel captures some of that. In fact, there's enough gag reel material. The gag reels every season could be 2 hours long, and that's still not all of the funny crap that we do on a day-to-day basis. So, I wish I could capture all of that and just bundle that up into like a 10-disc box set. Yeah, and because that's really that's one of the many things that I'll miss dearly is the fun that we have because we're such a tight group, because we're so close, and because we have that camaraderie and those friendships. And even when it's 14 hours into the day, because Richard's space directing. And we all could have been home hours ago, but we're still there, take after take, after useless camera setup. We're still laughing, and we're still having fun, and we're still making jokes, and we're still keeping each other engaged. And that's the kind of stuff I wish that we could bottle up, but I don't know how we do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Katie. I wanted to thank you guys for all of the campaigns and the work that you do for so much good in the world. The Always Keep Fighting campaign really saved my life, so thank you. I have a question for you from my wife. She hasn't had a chance to ask you guys a question before, so I'm asking you one of hers because she's had it for a long time. She's over there.
What? Hi.
So we're wondering, you guys do have so much shenanigans on set, and a typical episode usually takes you 8 days to film. How long would it take without the shenanigans?
I think longer. I really do. I really think if you're doing something you enjoy, there's a flow to it. If I could read 1,000 pages of a book I enjoy quicker than I can read a 100-page textbook that I wasn't interested in. So I think when you're having a good time and when spirits are high, you're more likely to be engaged and involved and reciprocal. And I think a lot of the reason we're able to do this huge show in 8 days, because there are a lot of shows that do 16 to 18 hour days, and still don't have all the complications we have. So I really think that would be like hitting the brakes. Nobody laughed. It's not going to make you work faster. go back and look at the gulags or something. It's not good.
Yeah, it is. I think the morale that we keep on set is it keeps people engaged with doing what they're doing, and it is. It's like a fuel. And because we're still enjoying what we're doing, and we enjoy each other's company, and we're laughing, and we're cutting up, and we're still getting the work done. I mean, I'll never forget when we've had guest stars come on set, and we're doing our thing, and then we snap right in to the characters, and maybe it's a really serious scene, but 4 seconds prior, we were laughing about some fart joke, and one guest star was just like, "Who are you people?" Like they couldn't understand how we got any work done. And I thought about that. It's the exact question you're asking. Is I think that's how we get the work done. So.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you.
Hi. To quote Dean, there ain't no me if there ain't no you. The brothers have a very strong relationship on screen, and it seems like you guys have a strong relationship off screen. And I just wanted to know, is there a scene so far that you can talk about that was very emotional for you to do?
There's a scene that we just did. It was super emotional. I found it to be super emotional. Yeah, I mean, I think some of them are obvious, you'll see on screen. And, I mean, I can't help but think about some of the ones that, some of the scenes and episodes we've shot or are about to shoot, when I think about that question. But I also think about certain, like this, I'll do this one. This was strange, because the episode was very funny, but the entirety of it was torturous, which was Mystery Spot. Because, I mean, going back to the first question about kind of comically, it seems, tragedies being essentially comic relief sometimes. Like, I had to play the reality of my brother dying. For me, for Sam, it wasn't like, dun 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 dun. It was my brother's getting a piano dropped on him or something. Because if I played like, shucks, then it wouldn't make sense. So that one was like emotionally exhausting. Which is funny, because going back and watching it, that's a funny episode. Did these tacos taste funny? That's funny for Jared, not for Sam. Pet the dog, funny for Jared, not for Sam. So yeah, I think for me, Mystery Spot was oddly emotional.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we're certainly getting into the emotional part of the season here. We had a heavy week this past week, and it's those are tough. I mean, it's there was a particular scene on Friday that we shot that you weren't there for that one, but it was interesting because it was very heavy. It was very like emotionally heavy scene, and I think it was, and there was a few people in there. I don't want to give away who was in the scene with me, but we realized after the scene was done that we didn't make any like funny remarks. We weren't joking around like we were in it. And even though I had like 3 or 4 lined up that just would have like brought the house down. I really inappropriate for right now, but man, it would have wrecked the vibe. The vibe needed to be this, we were doing some work on Friday. And so those scenes are tough, sometimes they come a little easier to you, and sometimes they don't. And especially with the ones that we're beginning to do now, and we will be doing for the next 4 weeks. Those are going to be hard to walk away from. Those are going to be the ones that you remember forever. So.
Yeah, there was on Wednesday, there was a scene that we shot, and I'll have to wait till we can talk about it. It was very emotional for Jared. It wasn't emotional for Sam, necessarily. But as we're carrying on with the show, there are certain things that are meaningful to me, looking back kind of on the show in its entirety, but we will get to that soon. Thank you for your question.
Thank you for talking about it.
Hi. So I saw a convention where Jared, you like freestyled about your wife. So I was wondering if you guys could like freestyle about each other. It was like you were talking about your wife, and then like you kind of just turned into a rap, like a short, small thing.
Like in the club?
Yo.
I'm the hip-hop eponymous, my rhymes are bottomless.
Well, thanks for that.
That's got legs. I'm flabbergasted. I cannot. Can you freestyle?
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
That is the extent of my freestyling ability. Yo. Hit me. Yo. That's it.
But it says it all.
Hi guys.
Thank you for your question.
Hi guys. My daughter's like a big fan, but she's only 5 and she absolutely loves Dean. My question for Jensen was, does your daughter have anything like interest that might be a little age inappropriate?
You know what's age inappropriate? Me doing this. Oh yeah, Todd Stashwick, he played Dracula in the monster movie episode, and he's dressed in full Dracula, and I'm in a leader hosing, and I'm strapped to a wooden table, and he leans in and he's like, "Work out, man." Ground, man. Never forget that. Not that I know of. She's, well, when she was 4, I played her Princess Bride. And she was, I didn't think she'd have lasted, 15 minutes watching that movie. She not only lasted, she was asking me questions about Wesley, about Humperdinck and Buttercup, and like the whole, like she was engaged, and I was like, you're too young to be, but okay. The reason he's got 6 fingers is, so I don't know, but now it's just it's Disney. It's Disney. So I hope that stuff is age appropriate. But yeah, 5 years old, watching Supernatural, man.
It's more from like the Hollywood parodies and things. She's seen
okay, all right.
A little Dean plush she won't go anywhere without. So.
Got good taste, apparently.
For a 5-year-old. Speaking of Disney,
listen, know your audience, pal.
When my son Tom was, I want to say he was 3 or 4, he wanted to, I forget what happened, but there was like, I was wearing something with the Darth Vader shirt or something. He was asking about it, and I was like, oh cool, I'm going to show him some Star Wars. And so I YouTube like the lightsaber duels between Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. I want to say he was maybe 4 or 5. He was young. God, it was earlier than that, because he's only 7 now, so maybe he was 3 or 4. And I was just YouTubing really quickly, like without getting DVDs and stuff, lightsabers, because it's neat, and he wanted to know about Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. And there's a part where Vader knocks away Skywalker's lightsaber, and Tom, out of the blue, goes, oh shit. And I sort of went like, he wasn't wrong.
It was used properly.
It was used properly. So the academic in me was like, well.
Did you immediately go, that's on me, that's on me?
I said, Tom, that is proper usage, but only proper for an adult to use. Or something to that effect. So, yeah. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hi. How are you?
Great.
So I want to thank you for 15 years, 15 seasons. I've been watching since the pilot. So thank you so much. This is probably a silly question, but I'm a big fan of Star Wars, and I wanted to know that if the characters of Supernatural were in Star Wars, what characters would they be?
If the characters were in Star,
So
like if Sam Winchester.
like if Sam and Dean, like Dean is Han and Sam is Luke. So
Yeah, I mean, I think on purpose, Sam is very similar to Luke Skywalker, and Dean is very similar to Han Solo. I think that's part of Joseph Campbell and the archetypes and stuff, and that's the way the show was kind of conceived. Beyond that, I think the tall, hairy guy, Sam has to be a Wookiee. Something like Chewie, Chewie Sam Chewie, Sam Lee.
And I think, given Dean's diet, probably Jabba.
Jabba the Winchester.
Just surrounded by fried chicken donut sandwiches.
And then, obviously, Castiel would be Princess Leia as Jabba's slave. He already has the outfit, so...
and the legs.
And thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your question.
Hello. I'm actually from Kansas, and I came to Las Vegas, so it took something off my bucket list. So I had already got to meet Jensen and Jared before, and so that was my bucket list things. So I wanted to know where you guys would want to travel in the world that you've never been to before, to get off your bucket list.
I'd like to go to Kansas. I have never been once. I mean, I feel a weird connection to, well, Kansas, but Lawrence in particular. I love to. I love Brazil. I've been to Brazil. Maravilhoso. Yeah, I love Brazil. I mean, close to home, I'd love to go to Kansas. Somewhere off in the distance. I've always wanted to go to Japan. I haven't had a chance yet. I had an opportunity that slipped away. I mean, there are more places I'd like to go than the places I would not like to go. So like Greece, I love Greece. Yeah, I'd love to travel. I get to travel in the form of reading books and whatnot and imagination, so I feel very lucky. But yeah, I'd love to get there for real sometime. Apples.
Yeah, I agree with Jared. There's a lot more places I would want to go than places that I wouldn't want to go. I think any kind of travel is an experience, and you can learn things, and so it's always exciting. Iceland's high on the bucket list. And I don't know why. It just seems like this mythical place. So yeah, there's one for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to say, before my question, I started watching Supernatural in my mom's stomach.
Does she have a TV in there? Or is
it like a little recliner with like a table lamp and a Was it like a tube TV, like an old tube TV, right? Get it? Tube TV. Listen, when you got it, you got it. I don't know what to tell you.
Carry on, please.
And my question is, have you ever failed to attempt a prank?
Failed to attempt one? Yeah, we attempted to prank Misha by getting inside of his apartment and doing some things, but he was on guard, and he hid his keys with the concierge, like with the specific instructions not to release them to anybody named Jared or Jensen. So yeah, we tried to get him. Here's a funny story. I was, speaking of watching Supernatural in your mom's tummy, I was in an elevator the other day at the hotel, going up to, some of you know the story, I was going up to my hotel room, and there were two lovely young ladies in Arizona basketball t-shirts, and I had my headphones on, I'd been for a walk, and they see me and started talking to me, and I couldn't hear them, so I pulled my headbud out, and headbud? My earphone, I pulled my earphone out. I pulled my headphone out, and I was like, headphone, what do you call it?
Earbud.
Yeah, I pulled my headbud out, and I reached in, I grabbed my earband.
My ear stereo. My stereo. And there's one of the girls was like, "Are you Jared Patty?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh my gosh, I love the show, and I loved you on Gilmore Girls, but I was too young to watch when it came out, so I watched it with my mom on Netflix." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And we kind of chatted for 5 seconds, and then as she's getting in the elevator, she goes, "By the way, you look really good for your age." Hand to God. And I was sort of like, what? What? And she was so
No, he doesn't.
She was so sweet about it, I couldn't bring myself to punch her in the face. And she was like, "You look really good for your age." It's like, wow! Yeah. Yes, for sure.
So this just made me think of a story that Misha wanted me to share with you guys. The other weekend, I was home in Austin, took the family out and met some friends at this winery that's down the road from the brewery. And so we brought them some beer, and it was, kind of a little exchange, and we knew the owner, and so we go there, and they were having kind of this like festival out there. So it was lots of people, big crowds of people, food trucks, and there were like carnival games, and it was just a big, nice, fun afternoon. And there were like party buses that would show up, and like bachelorette parties, and like it was lots, hundreds and hundreds of people. So we're out there with kids, and we're having like a picnic. We got barbecue and stuff, and this is later. This is kind of the late afternoon. There's drunk people walking around, and I noticed there's a couple of like paramedics attending to this one young lady, and I walk by and I just kind of take notice, and she's like kind of sitting on a little chair. The paramedics are kind of like talking to her, and as I walk by, one of the paramedics, they're both young ladies, one of them goes, and there's an awkward moment when someone does that to you and then immediately clams up. So it's I'm walking by and she looks and she goes, and her partner noticed that she had done that, so she immediately looks at me, and I'm just like, and I keep walking. A few moments later, the very intoxicated young lady that they were attending to comes strolling over. And she comes up to me, and now keep in mind, my kids are here, and so I see this coming, and I make an attempt to like head it off at the pass. So I get up from where we're sitting, and I just kind of like, you know, walk a few yards over this way, and then she comes right up to me, and she's like, "Hi, I'm Kirby, and I'm from South Carolina, and I don't know who you are." This is like, but they're my friends over here? I'm like, hey, still want a picture? I'm Kirby. I'm from South Carolina. I'm like, I got that. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go get them. And she walks over. And while she's talking to me, I see them behind, and they're like, they clearly didn't send her to do this. And so she goes back, and she's like got heels on and this little like sundress, and it's just all falling apart. And so she goes and she talks to the paramedic, and they start walking over with her. And while they're walking towards me, they're just like, and I'm kind of like making sure the kids are at bay, and so they come up to me, and Kirby like right out in front. She's like, "Hi, I'm Kirby." And not a word of a lie, paramedic, Kirby walks right up and she's like, "Hi, Kirby." And I'm like, "Wait, South Carolina." And she goes like this. Boom! Hits the deck, legs up, skirt open. And I just look at the paramedics and I'm like, she's all yours.
He's now wanted for murder.
Oh, Kirby, if you're out there, you made my day. Anyway, Misha wanted me to tell you that story.
So yeah, I guess that's a pregnant story that we one story other than thinking. Thank you so much for your question.
I was just curious, you guys seem pretty competitive with stuff, and you used to talk about words with friends a lot, and I was wondering, which of the two of you had the highest score between the two of you ever?
You had a 163-point word, didn't you?
Yeah, it was 166.
I think my highest was like 159 or something. I mean, they were kind of
silly. Mine was jellies and over Joe, and the J was on a triple letter, the one triple word. That was the one that I played Misha for money. Misha and I
bet money, and he had the highest point word he ever got.
Well,
ever. He got it in a money game.
Yeah, it was like we decided to bet $10 a point because we've been going back, and it was $10 a point. It was a lot of money, guys, but I don't think we intended to pay each other. It was gonna be like a running. Yes, that was the genesis of coins. So we've been playing words with friends and going back and forth, and I don't know whose idea it was. I usually blame Misha in scenarios like this, so I'm gonna say it was his idea. And we've been, going back and forth, 5 points, 8 points, whatever. And so we played this game, and one of the first words that I got was a 7-letter word with J, which is a 10-point letter on the triple letter that went all the way to the triple word, and it connected J-O, so it was like, that was 31 points plus whatever it was. It was like 166 points, I think. But long story short, I beat him by like 300 points or something. 220 points maybe I beat him by. And
It was like a couple of $1,000 that he owed you.
And I was like, dude, you don't have to pay me. You don't have to pay me. Like, we were just goofing, like that's, no. And he's like, I'll pay you. And this went on forever. He'd always kind of act really weird around me, even weirder than normal. And I was like, you don't have to pay me. He's like, I'll pay you. I was like, don't, it's stupid. Like, buy me a dinner or something. We'll go out to have a drink or something. And that's when I showed up to my trailer, like 6 months later, and there were, I think, 80,000 coins, is that possible? 18,000 coins, thousands and thousands of coins, pennies, nickels, dimes, in my trailer, a mountain of coins. And it was the exact amount of money he owed me from losing words with friends.
It had taken him that much time to go around to all the banks and collect the change.
He like got a cease and desist letter from the Canadian government or something, because he was just basically going to every bank in Canada going like, can I have all your pennies? They're like, you're wanted by the Canadian FBI. So I did, that was absurd. That was an absurd amount of
Does anybody play Words with Friends anymore?
Yes?
That's not a judging. Yes.
J-U-D-J-U-I. 70 points, triple letter, triple word, double X's, triple X. Yeah, what's your high score?
I think it was close to 200 for me.
Oh, wow. All right then. I guess we know why you wanted to ask that question.
You would beat me, that's for sure.
700, about 700 for the total.
For the total?
For the game, yeah, like 6.
That sounds like a
80
lot.
something.
I'm glad I don't play anymore. I'm now angry.
Remind me never to play you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, it's been a while. You are the last question of the new year, and the last question before Super.
Stop it. Yeah, no pressure.
No pressure. What is your question?
Do you have a favorite con, SPN con memory that you can share?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. See, she knocked out a clock.
Better be Vegas.
Yeah, there have been a lot of really wonderful moments in the cons over the years. I guess I didn't really realize how much I kind of missed them until I was around. Fun getting around and seeing you guys and having to take them. Something off the top of my head. There are a lot of little moments between people that have kind of become part of the SBN family that I consider friends. And just catching up. It's like a nice little truck stop or something that becomes a place that you trust up, you know, you kind of go like, oh my God, good to see you again, check them out with those buddies. But specifically, do you have something that comes up?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, right there, pal. Yeah? Take it easy, Kirby. It's got legs. I think one of my favorite memories of these shows is not necessarily one thing specific, but I think it's what Saturday Night Special has become. It's like every Saturday night, it's, you know, we get to see the band do the last waltz, and I think it's just a really, really amazing show that these guys put on, and how you guys have shown up and turned out and screamed and yelled and sang along with us and with these guys for as long as you have. It really made it something that I don't think we ever thought it was going to be, and I'm just really super proud of you guys for turning that up and turning it into what it was. So that's something that I'm really proud of being a part of, a little part of.
Thank you very much. All right.
That's it for Vegas.
Amazing panel. And an amazing panel deserves its own special send-off song. Robbie, I think you know what I'm talking about. Should we do it?
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Happy birthday to you.
Mr. Birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Whatever.
Happy birthday, dear Jensen. Happy birthday to you.
I gotta say, there's a bit of a running joke on the set of Supernatural about birthdays, because Brad Creaser, the camera operator, will often start the birthday song. He'll say, "Oh, everybody, it's Jensen's birthday," which he did, last week. And then he starts the song. Brad's got a normal grown man's voice. He talks like a normal grown man. But he starts Happy Birthday at an unreachable note. So that not only can you not sing it, but the idea of doing that little half harmony that people do. So Brad, do your version of Brad doing the birthday.
Hey everybody, it's Jensen's birthday!
Happy
I said the version of Happy Birthday you sing with Brad when you go, it's Jensen's birthday. Arf, arf, arf. But we didn't do that, did we? We nailed it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Jensen Ackles and Rob Stewart.